Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another night of trivia. That's right, another beautiful, gorgeous Monday, the best day of the week. We don't look forward to Fridays, we look forward to Mondays around here. And if you're fired up, let me see the TGIMs. I see them in chat already. Because folks, you know what's on the line. But if you don't, I'll tell you. We have a trivia quiz, which I'll be administering on Kahoot. And if you win, you get $50 whole of that sweet, sweet cash. Or, if you choose, you can spin the wheel of punishments. And I have to do whatever it says. But more importantly than that, if you win, you prove that you're the smartest, most intelligent human being on this planet Earth. So let's get ready to fire this thing off. Folks, how are we doing today? Holy folks, we got everybody in chat already. We got Robbie Bolt in chat, folks. We got a legend in chat here tonight. We got Adam back in here. We got Gary P. We got Liam in the chat. Former champ coming back, maybe regaining the title. The legend Robbie Bolt himself, folks. Folks, anybody who doesn't know, go check out Robbie Bolt's channel. The guy is a world-class athlete. That's all I'll say. Alley Soup in the chat. Lauren saying, what's up, Robbie? Look at that beautiful plant. Can y'all see that plant in the background? I just got a fake plant. Or it could be real. Look at the fresh cut. Folks, I have some news. I have some news. Speaking of my hair, we have it scheduled, okay? This week, it's going down. We're dyeing the hair finally. No more allegations of me being a welcher on the wheel of punishments. You do not need to worry. This week, it's going down. But actually, wait, so that's what I wanted to tell you all that. We have that lined up. I had something else I wanted to say. But while I think of it, I'll make a lobby. Dangus! Throwing the TGIM. Also, folks, I was thinking, what if we try and liking the live? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about giving a like to the live? Let's see if it makes a difference. From what I hear, likes help the live go further. It helps spread our name around. So if you feel like it, drop a like real quick. As corny as that sounds. But let's try it out. May as well, right? While we're here. We're not doing nothing yet. Let me do my double check for y'all, of course. But what else I want to tell you guys? I had something I wanted to say. Lars even says, might as well. Let's do a little quick double check. Like I said, that's my nightmare. If we do a trivia night and I get a question wrong. Always like the stream, Dangus says. That's what we like to see. All right, I think I'm going to trust myself. I'm not going to look too heavily into this. Also, little heads up, we have a new type of question this week. We got a new question style we're trying out. We're going to see if we like it or not. We might not, but that's okay. We'll try it out nonetheless. Nonetheless. But I guess I can give you all a pin code. Hop on in, everybody. Bam. Get on in. Throw it in the chat. Hopefully the friggin' bots don't try to get us again this week. Adam getting in there quick. Liam in there quick. Two former champs ready to battle it out tonight. Not only champs, but late nights where they're at. If I'm correct, I think Liam is 5 hours ahead and Adam is 6 hours ahead. How's my cam? All right, cam's decent position. Castle more than full. CJ, Mad Dog, Aiden, Bobby Bolt. The champ, Bobby Rolt. Ren Allen, Mike C. Dropkick Healy. Hit Paulie Black. Lauren, Jernstaz. Ren Allen, Chestnutter. Who else I missed? Gary P. Papa P. Some Pig Fig. Jody. Francois. Tippy Toe. Scotty Piff. Emma J. Allie Soup. What did I want to do as well real quick here? Let's double check the stream health. Excellent. We love to see it. Holy fuck. We got 17 likes on here, y'all. Thanks for the likes. We appreciate that. Coming PC decided update, Potato Taco says. Damn it. Come on, subscribe. Andy J. Maddie P. Last week's champ. Or was that... Maddie, did you win last week or was it the week before? No, last week was Connor. Won last week. Mav's grandpa. Treen Bean. $29 in here, y'all. How many we getting tonight? Let me grab a water real quick. Bailey. I'll say this week, it's probably not my favorite quiz I've ever done. I don't think this is going to be our best one. But I usually say that every week. 7 hours ahead, Liam says. Holy. Holy, brother. Friggin' so... What time? It's 8 o'clock over here. 2 o'clock in the morning. What the hell? We got Swim Saloons. DD. Mav's grandpa back in it. More than full potato taco. Got 32 people in here, y'all. A little smaller night. Hey, that's good for your odds. We love to see it, right? For that sweet, sweet cash, right? Also, remember, you're not just looking for first place. Top 5 positions you get on the wheel at the end of the month for a potential prize. We still haven't determined what the prize is. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to give to the last winner, which was, of course, Cassall. Mad Dog getting back in there. 35, folks. We'll give it another couple. Oh, we're going kind of quick tonight. We usually start around 8:12. I started ripping early tonight. I was too jazzed up. Mike C back in there. 37. Yeah, we'll give it another little few. Let some people trickle in. We don't got to rush, right? We're not in too much of a rush. I know it's late, especially for our people who are so far ahead. But wait, what? Back to what I was trying to say. What did I want to tell y'all? So the hair this week, we're having that probably Thursday, I think, potentially, depending on the schedule of the hairdresser. 37, McLovin. So look forward to that next week. I had something else I wanted to tell y'all. Tin Man. Damn, I can't remember. Dope blowing. What the hell was it about? Yeah, can y'all see the plant back there? Oh, 282 subscribers. Y'all getting after it early. Let's go. But I don't know if you can see it back there that good. Is my feng shui better now? I'll show you guys after. Oh. Bam. All right, back to the screen. How we looking? 37? First time using Kahoot since middle school, Robbie says. It's done pretty well for us so far. I wish it was like a little more integratable with the YouTubes, but Lauren says, I never even heard of it before. You know, it was pretty big and it was pretty popular for because I think it started out as a schooling utensil. But all right, everybody, let's pause the music. I think we're about ready to kick this thing off for tonight. What do y'all think? We got 38. Folks, give me some reactions in the chat or in the Kahoot. Throw me those thumbs up. 39. Will we hit 40? There we go. Francois makes it 40. Makes that 41, Mad Dog back in there. All right. All right, y'all. The time has come. You want to kick this thing off? You do? Well, let's go. Trivia night, March 16th, 2026. Starts right now. With the first question, some vocabulary. Magnanimous. Emphatically unanimous, generous and noble, anonymous, or mysterious. What does magnanimous mean? How's y'all's vocab? Magnanimous, emphatically unanimous, generous and noble, anonymous, mysterious. Well, folks, it's generous and noble, specifically in defeat or victory. That's how it's generally perceived. Putting my B- grades to work, Robbie says. How do we do? Oh, we got some quick fingers in there. We got Mav's grandpa, Dropkick Healy, Sean, Jody, and Aiden all getting on the leaderboard early tonight. But magnanimous, although it sounds similar to unanimous, means generous, forgiving, and noble, especially towards rivals or someone less powerful. You know, very, you get the picture. Like if you win, if you're a gracious in victory or gracious in defeat, those sorts of things. That's a magnanimous kind of person. But we got another vocab question. Don't worry, we're not doing a lot of vocab tonight. I just figured let's try it out. Let's see what the next one is. Might be a little easier. Corroborate. To affirm or support, work together to achieve a goal, steal unknowingly, or deflect criticism. Corroborate. What does corroborate mean? Deflect criticism, steal unknowingly, work together to achieve a goal, or to affirm or support. I thought people might kind of get that mixed up a little bit. Of course, collaborate is to work together, and corroborate is to affirm or support. Oh no, we lost. But Jody comes shooting up, dope blowing Tin Man. Dropkick Healy stays on the leaderboard. Sean as well. To corroborate, confirm, or give support to a statement, theory, or finding. With evidence most of the time, but of course you hear this in courts or in that scenario more specifically. But all right, we're out of vocabulary. Don't worry. Let's move on to the next question, which, let me think. Can't remember what it is. But let's take a look and find out together. Don Draper worked on ad campaigns for which cigarettes? Lucky Strike, Camel, Marlboro, or Pall Mall? Don Draper. For all the Mad Men fans in the chat. What was the cigarette that he was known for working on? Lucky Strike, Camel, Marlboro, or Pall Mall? All right, we got some Mad Men fans in here. It is Lucky Strike, a real-world brand that's still around, I believe. Oh, Jody's dialed. Sean gets up there. Dropkick Healy dialed as well. Adam's on fire. Look out. Don't let that man heat up. Tin Man as well. What do we got? About 300 points from first to fifth at the moment. But if you remember one of the from there, the way he wanted to market it was Lucky Strike. it's toasted. Even though I guess all the tobacco is toasted. But that's all marketing is, right? You make it sound like your product is somehow different, even though they're all the same at the end. Also, I was thinking about the other day, marketing, advertising. I should, I mean, I'm sure I can just look it up and find out the answer, but I feel like that is such a massive part of the economy. Like the amount of jobs that people have in marketing and all that sort of thing. I'd be interested to know the percentage of the economy that makes up. But let's not dilly-dally. And speaking of cigarettes, when were cigarettes completely banned on planes to and from the U.S.? 1971, 1987, 1993, or the year 2000? When were cigarettes completely banned on airplanes, both to and from the USA? Domestic, international? Folks, how insane is that? The year was 2000 when it became fully banned. There were some smaller, more targeted bans, like domestic flights. I think it started with 2-hour domestic flights, then 6-hour domestic flights, and then every flight in 2000. You used to be able to crank the cigs all the way through the 90s on certain flights. But how'd that do to the leaderboard? Oh, we got the legend. Folks, if you don't know, everyone should go check out Robbie Bolt's channel after this. He is a former world record holder of the 2 beers, 2 cigs, 2 Rubik's Cube speed run. So if you haven't, go check out his channel. In chat, he says, more cigs questions, please. What a absolute rocket ship to the first place position. Open up a 400-point lead between Jody and Sean. Drop kick. Adam still dialed, though. But yeah, folks, that just used to be the way of life in the world. You get on the plane, get your cigar, get your cig going. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, and I'm a bit older. I'm a bit of an old man. But I remember... Yeah, I still remember certain restaurants, they had the smoking and non-smoking sections. I believe that was around the same time in 2000 when they just said, no smoking inside. Unless you're at a casino, I think. I think you can still smoke at casinos. But, folks, let's move on to the next question. The masks that were suggested during the COVID-19 pandemic, were they the E85 mask, the Majora mask, the D19 mask, or the N95? We're a couple years removed, but do you remember the mask that we were supposed to wear? Was it the E85, the Majora, the D19, or the N95? Almost a clean sweep. It was the N95. E85, of course, that's a fuel. Majora, no one thought it was Majora's Mask. The Zelda game. D19, I just did the D and the 19 from COVID. I remember everybody rocking those, Adam says. But the N95, that was the one they said. All right, leaderboard stays the same. I can't remember. I think it may have shrunk it or may have grown. Robbie might have grown his lead a little bit. I'm a nurse. I'm still rocking it. Robbie says. Of course, what it means is if I remember correctly, it's 95% of airborne particulates it will filter out. When I was a young lad, I used to use these like way back because I worked for a mosquito control company. So we had to use these when we were spraying yards. But then we had the pandemic, and now they're world famous, the N95. But, all right, folks, take a quick second. Make sure you're live, locked in, because you want to get as many points as possible. So answer as quick as possible. Let's take a look. You can use this popular website to hire freelancers of all different varieties. MySpace, Bilibili, Canva, or Fiverr. What website is known for your ability to hire freelancers of many different occupations? Gig work, if you will. MySpace, Bilibili, Canva, or Fiverr? Y'all got it. It is Fiverr. MySpace, of course, the defunct Facebook, basically. Bilibili is Chinese YouTube. Canva is like a online Photoshop type deal, and Fiverr is where you can go and pay people. I think it started out where everything on there was $5, but now it's a lot more than that. Like there's a lot more skilled people on there. They charge a lot more, but oh no, who'd we lose? We got Sean taking the second place spot. We got Robbie holding down number 1. Adam moves up. More than full gets on the leaderboard. Drop kick Heelys. 3 participants on a 3-answer streak. But yeah, I actually have a bunch of videos I want to try making with Fiverr. I want to see like testing out. I've seen a bunch of these style of videos on YouTube before, but I want to try some out. See how good of freelancers we can get on the Fiverr at different price ranges and stuff. See how it goes. But enough talk about that. Make sure you're live. And let's check out this next question. Which of these is not one of the main weapons used by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The nunchucks, the bow staff, the sai, or the trident? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They each have their signature weapon. Which one of these is not one of those? The trident, the sai, the bow staff, or the nunchuck? Whoa, I guess we got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans in here. But it is the trident. Good work. Let's see how fast you did it, though. Oh, snap. Who'd we just lose? I missed it. We got Adam taking the second place spot. We got Sean. We got more than full. Treen Bean. And we got Robbie holding down the number 1 at the moment. Paulie Black, though, look out. That guy's a dog. He took 3 places on that one. Don't let him get on fire. Here they are. Michelangelo runs the nunchuck. Leonardo runs the twin katana. Donatello the bow staff. And Raphael the twin sai. The sais. I actually didn't know the name of those until I looked it up today. I wouldn't, if I'd had that trivia question of what those were called, I would have lost. I wouldn't have known what it was. But let's keep it moving. We're not even halfway yet. A lot of questions to go to track down our leader at the moment, Robbie Bolt. What flag is this? A weekly classic? Is this Cote d'Ivoire, Andorra, Scotland, or Estonia? Twin swords is what I call it. What flag is this, y'all? I could have made this question absolutely diabolical, but I chose to not do that. I'm sure you have an idea of how I could have made this really hard. But folks, that is Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast. I really did want to put Ireland on there. Should have made it hard, Adam said. I really wanted to put Ireland on there. But I feel like everyone would just insta-tap that, and nobody would have gotten it right. But as crazy as that is, it's the inverse of the Irish flag. I'll show you in the slide after this, after we take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, no, we got Adam taking this place only by a couple points, about 200 points. Taking the first place from Mr. Robbie Bolt. We got Sean in the third place spot. Dee and Gay Bitches. Tough round. 15 participants lost their 3-answer streak. But let's take a little look. Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, Ireland. Don't ask me why they did it like that. I guess there's only so many flags you can make in the world. But it's the opposite. It goes orange, white, green. Ireland goes green, white, orange. And Italy, what does Italy's do? Theirs is more reddish anyway, right? Their orange color. It goes, what does it go? Green, white, reddish, orange? I can't remember. But, all right, I think we're off. We might have one more geography style question. Let's take a look. 1 pound of fat is approximately 500 calories, 1,700 calories, 3,500 calories, or 6,200 calories. Italy is just red. Just straight up red. Okay, you guys were answering quick on that one, but it is 3,500 calories is how much 1 pound of fat is equal to. So if you were to be in a calorie deficit of 3,500 calories for the week, you would lose about 1 pound of fat. Not in theory, you know. There's obviously little nuances of that and everything, but that's how many calories are in a pound of fat. Oh no, we got Sean moving up 1, Adam holding down, Gay Bitches, Robbie still in the top 5, and we got Friggin' Matty P getting back on the leaderboard. Uh-oh. Hunting down that first place spot. But yes, 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories, about 35 bananas, 35 tablespoons of Nutella, 29 glasses of wine, or 2.6 Big Mac Trios is how much 3,500 calories is. Hey, the more you know, right? Now you all know that. But let's learn some more with this next question. Casein protein is slow digesting protein, plant-based protein, fast digesting protein, or an anabolic steroid. Casein. You may have heard of its brother, but casein protein, a little lesser known protein. But what is that one? Why is it different? It's because it is a slow digesting protein. Whey protein is the fast digesting. Plant-based is a soy protein most often. And it is not an anabolic steroid. But that's okay if you guessed it. Because casein is not the most popular protein out there. Oh no, we got Matty P moving up. We got Ren Allen, DD. We lost Robbie there on the leaderboard. I know he'll be back though. Adam still locked. Oh, I think Adam and Sean might have missed that one. Closing the gap here. We got a, what does this say? 500 point-ish lead for Adam at the moment, which can evaporate like nothing. But here's a little diagram for you. Whey protein, you digest very quickly, and then it tapers off. But casein, they say it's a good one to have before bed. Then you can feed your muscles all throughout the night. They say that, and there is some truth to it, but it's a lot simpler than that for most people. Like if you're truly trying to optimize 100% for muscle gain, whatever you want to do, like there's all these little things you can do, but the main thing is get your proteins that you need. You know, if you're trying to lose weight, be in a caloric deficit. If you're trying to gain weight, be in a caloric surplus, and work out. And sleep. Make sure you sleep. That's very important as well. But let's keep it moving. We're halfway through. Let's check this next question. Denim is made from wool, cotton, leather, or linen. What is denim made out of it? Made out of? What the hell is that thing made out of? I always wondered as a kid. I was like, what the hell is denim? Does it come from a denim tree? We'll find out the answer here in a moment. Okay, y'all are locked in. You knew it was made out of cotton. It looks weird. It feels more tough. But I think there's a certain cotton they like to use that's a little more durable. Oh, snap. We got gay bitches getting back. We got Matty P moving up. Stealing a place from Sean on that one. Holy frig, look at these. Look at this 2, 3, and 4. 40 points separate them. Adam with still a lead, but a small lead. Tin Man, 3 in a row. The denim making process, they start with it, but then I guess the real difference is the weaving of it. A normal cotton shirt or pants it's woven in I forget what it's called for that. I think it's just a basic weave, but for the twill style weaving is what makes denim different. The cross hatching into the iconic wrap-faced denim style. I don't know what that means. This isn't the best graphic. I don't know why I used it. With that being said, let's keep it moving. What is this? I don't know. Let's find out. I can't remember what it is. What is this? Is this a bow tie, a lapel, a cummerband, or a seersucker? Specifically, if I need to clarify, this item right here, this red item. What do you call this? A bow tie, a lapel, a cummerband, or a seersucker? Okay. Oh, got it. That is a cummerband. A seersucker is a Pacific kind of suit. It lets you breathe a little bit. It's a more airy style suit, I think. The lapel is this portion of the suit. And a bow tie, none of y'all thought it was a bow tie. I'm glad. But how'd that do on the leaderboard? Oh no, we lost. We lost Adam. We got Ren Allen shooting up to the first place spot. Narrowly, 20 points. Matty P in second place. Sean, Gay Bitches, and DD rounding out the top place spot. Matty Soup on a comeback, 5 in a row. Look out. The seersucker, it's been very popular in what do you what's the difference between what do they call it? It's like black tie formal is a tuxedo, right? And then just black tie, or is black tie considered a suit, or is that business? I don't know. I can't call it. But I guess it originally started as a Persian and Indian. Um, the Brits, they saw the Persians and the Indians wearing these, and they wanted to throw it on their formal wear, and that's where it came from. The more you know, right? But take a minute, make sure you're live locked in, and let's get this next question. Joe Rogan gained his first bit of wide acclaim by being a cast member of what sitcom? Fear Factor, Friends, News Radio, or Cheers? Notice I said sitcom. Which of these sitcoms was he on and gained his first bit of acclaim in the mid to late 90s? Fear Factor, Friends, News Radio, or Cheers? Folks, you got to listen. You got to freaking listen. And it was his first big role. Was not Fear Factor, which is not a sitcom. It was on News Radio. Much lesser known. It wasn't as big as Friends or even Cheers. I think Cheers probably stopped before that came on the air. But that's where he got his big break. Low-key just guessed. Mike and Sully said, shit. Oh, snap. We got Sean taking the number one spot, hunting for a win. He hasn't had a win in a little bit. Matty P still fighting. Adam looking for the win. DD, Ren Allen. Jern Staz, 3 in a row. And this was young Joe Rogan on the show with hair. News Radio, I've seen a couple episodes. It wasn't excellent or incredible or anything. But, it's just one of the kind of those 90s sitcoms. I think the story goes he got a development deal, they call it, from Disney. And they moved him out to L.A. It was either Disney or Universal, one of the Hollywood places. And they moved him out there, gave him a bunch of money, and started to develop him. And then he moved on, did his comedy and everything, and Fear Factor, of course. Many of you saw him on Fear Factor. And now, of course, is the Joe Rogan Experience, podcaster extraordinaire. But let's keep going with the next question. Who is this? Some of y'all's favorite, my personal favorites. Is this Amy Adams, Bryce Dallas Howard, Isla Fisher, or Jessica Chastain? Who is this? Can you identify this woman? Is it Jessica Chastain, Isla Fisher, Bryce Dallas Howard, or Amy Adams? Oof. Honestly, you guys did pretty good, honestly. That was Jessica Chastain, who looks dangerously similar to all of these women. In Pacific, actually, Bryce Dallas Howard, from afar. When you zoom in and look at their faces, they're very different. But they are just kind of, they both, the redheads in Hollywood. Amy Adams, of course, and Isla Fisher. They're both redhead as well. But that DD steals some spots. Sean's trying to run away with it. Jesse, up 6 places. Highest climber. Beautiful lady. I'm trying to think of... I definitely get her and the Bryce woman mixed up. I think which one was in Zero Dark 30? I think it might have been Jessica Chastain. I can't quite remember, though. And which one was in... One of them was in the new Jurassic Parks, weren't they? I think maybe Bryce as well. I can't call it. I can't call it, y'all. But if there's a who is it question, what follows is another who is it question. Who is this? Joaquin Phoenix, Christian Bale, Charlie Sheen, or Austin Butler? Who is this? Joaquin Phoenix, Christian Bale, Charlie Sheen, or Austin Butler? Also, folks, are we lagging at all? Okay, y'all were freaking dialed on that, I see. Excellent job on the Joaquin call out. How'd we do? Oh, snap. Okay, Sean's dialed. Matty P rises up. Ren Allen, DD, come on, subscribe. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Come on, subscribe. Tippy toe, 5 places. Remember, everyone, you want to try to get in that top 5 so you can get on that wheel spin at the end of the month for the mystery prize, which we're still working on. But the talented Very talented. Joaquin, great guy. Also, from what I've heard, I could be wrong on that, but I think he's a pretty decent guy, all things considered, and a great actor. But how are we looking? We're 3/4 of the way through. I think possibly the next question might be a new style of question. Let's take a look. Make sure you're live. All right, let's go. Okay, this is the new question, y'all. We got a new style question. I'm going to play you an audio. Let me go widescreen for a second. I'm going to play you an audio, and you're going to listen to it. I'm going to play it for about 10, 15 seconds. If you know it, you'll know it. If you don't, you won't. You have to guess. I'm going to play it, then I'm going to move on to the next part of the question, and then you're going to answer. Okay? Let's try this out. If we don't like this, we don't have to do these styles again. But I figured let's try it out. Francois says, I love it. Well, now hold on, Francois. You haven't heard what you're listening to yet. You might hate it. Okay? All right, let's take a listen. Is everyone listening? All right, let me double check audio real quick. This is not what you're listening to, everyone. This is just an audio check of music. Is that loud enough? That's not even going to tell me right. All right, I think we're going to be okay. All right, everyone, lock in and listen. Are you listening? I'll give it another 5 seconds. I'll give it to 25 seconds. All right. And we're pausing now. You heard it? Let's move on to the question portion. At what sporting event would you have heard that? The Highland Games, a Muay Thai fight, sumo wrestling, or a cricket match? Where would you have heard that audio? Highland Games, Muay Thai fight, sumo wrestling, or a cricket match. Okay, some of y'all were locked in. Believe it or not, at a traditional Muay Thai fight, that is playing the entire time. But let's take a look. Oh, snap. We lost some comrades there. I can't wait. Sean might have missed that one. We got DD, Dropkick Healy, and Papa P getting on the leaderboard. All right, about 1,200 points from first to fifth at the moment. What do we think of that question? It's not always going to be weird audios like that. Maybe it'll be a song sometimes. I like this, Adam says. All right, maybe we'll incorporate one audio question each week as well. Imagine trying to fight someone with that playing. It's definitely an acquired taste. But all those, I mean, in Thailand, that place is just, it's literally the national sport is Muay Thai. From a kid, everyone's just fighting. But these are two of the legends, two of the most popular, and well, I would say probably Sanchai here, and this is Bukau, but Sanchai is probably the, love it, Scotty Piff says. Sanchai is probably the GOAT, or one of, or it's very hard to quantify, much like any other sport. But he's has wide acclaim and is an excellent fighter. Where both of these guys are past their prime. I mean, Sanchai is extremely old now, and Bukau's not too far behind him. But enough talk about fighting. Make sure you're locked the frig in and live, and let's get on to this next question. Okay, and answer quick. Points, they are correlated to your speed. What sport is this? Is this box lacrosse, netball, basketball, or handball? Take a look before you snap answer. Is all I'm saying. What sport is this? Have you ever seen this sport? Box lacrosse, netball, basketball, or handball? Okay. We had one victim here. They might have just seen a net, and they instantly guessed basketball, unfortunately. But that is netball. A bit of a curious sport, I must admit. How'd that do, Matty P? Look out, folks. Takes the first place ticket from Sean. Dropkick Heelys moves up to the third place. DD and Papa P rounding out the top 5 at the moment. Holy. But netball. I mean, obviously a lot of you have seen it, but if you haven't, it's a non-contact, basically somewhat version of basketball. You're not allowed to dribble. You have to pass it to move the ball forward. I guess I guess you could kind of call it similar to what is it, ultimate frisbee. You can only pass the ball. They can't touch you. I think they can block your shot, and when you play defense, you have to be like 6 feet away or 3 feet or something like that. Unless you're under the, I don't know. It's an interesting sport. Shout out to all the netball players out there. Look, they got a lot of fans too. Look at this. They filled up a freaking stadium for netball. Crazy. But folks, we're getting close to the end. Okay. So lock the hell in. You hear me? And let's see what this next question is. You ready? All right, pay attention. Let's go. This woman rose to fame as a college athlete and is currently dating MLB pitcher Paul Skeens. Is it Caitlin Clark, Olivia Dunn, Jenny Finch, or Angel Reese? She was a very popular college athlete, rose to fame, and she's dating MLB star pitcher Paul Skeens. Caitlin Clark, Olivia Dunn, Jenny Finch, or Angel Reese, and the answer, y'all got it, is Olivia Dunn. The gymnast, the LSU gymnast. I believe Paul Skeens went to LSU, and that's how they met. I could be wrong. Oh, who'd we lose? Oh, we lost Papa Pete. Jern Staz moves on to the leaderboard, though. Oh, did Matty P? I think. Wait, I can't tell if Matty P got that one and Sean got that one. It's 1,100 points, y'all. Or 1,400 points. Still within striking distance. Look at these two athletic young folks out there doing their thing. Paul Skeens is an absolute killer. If you don't know, the guy's if he can keep it going, he's a great MLB pitcher. And Olivia Dunn doing her thing now as a content creator. Of course, there's not much competitive aspect of gymnastics, which she was a practitioner of. There's not much. There's no professional gymnastic leagues to proceed into after college, unfortunately, for all the ladies out there and men. But make sure you're live locked in. Otani's way cooler, Lauren says. True, he is much cooler than Paul Skeens, but Paul Skeens is probably a better pitcher. Otani a better baseball player, but Skeens will probably go down as a better pitcher. But let's grab another question. Which of these is not the name of one of Kanye's and Kim's children? North, Saint, Haven, or Psalm? Kim and Kanye. Which one of these is not the name of one of their children? North, Saint, Haven, or Psalm? Y'all are pretty good. All right. It is Haven. Believe it or not, the rest are names. Everyone, of course, knows Northwest. But there's Saint West, Psalm West, and what's the last one? Oh, what was the last one's name? What the hell is it? I can't remember. Oh, Jernstad steals a spot. Moves up to the 4th place. Adam with 3 in a row. Chicago, that's it. How could I forget Chicago? Of course, Chicago West. And here they are when they were a big happy family. So what? This one's North. I think it went North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Is that how it went? I believe. This is a pretty old picture. I mean, I think North is damn near an adult now, if I remember correctly. Or maybe not that old, but I think she's close to driving at least. I think she's going to be having her license soon. So, but folks, I think we're down to the last question. So if you want to get on that top 5, you better make sure you're locked the hell in. Make sure you're live. Take a minute. Make sure you are live. Hope this is hard. I want to make the top 5, Adam says. Folks, take a minute. Make sure you're live. Make sure you're ready to listen. And hopefully you know the answer. All right? Let's take a look. This 2000s Disney star just released a new album called Luck or Something. Hilary Duff, Ashley Tisdale, Raven Simone, or Vanessa Hudgens. They came out of retirement, you could say. Is it Hilary Duff, Ashley Tisdale, Raven Simone, or Vanessa Hudgens? Luck or Something? Okay, y'all are tapped in. What? I should have known better. Y'all are freaking too tapped in with pop culture and pop songs. The Hillary dump truck. She has done a phenomenal job with her physique in her later age. And she's not older by any means, but she's 40 and she's stayed in excellent shape. I think she's more beautiful now than she was when she was younger. Probably because we're older now as well. But a beautiful, lovely woman by all accords. And from what I've heard, a pretty decent person as well. But folks, that was our last question. And I want to take a look at that podium. I want to find out who got in the top 5 and who got that number 1 spot. So let's take a look. In third place with 11,978 is Sean. With 12,058 is Dropkick Heelys coming out of nowhere. And in first place with 13,158, I think I know who it is Maddie P. Her second win. With Jern Staz and Ren Allen rounding out the leaderboard. Man, y'all. Dropkick Heelys with the late push there. What the heck, y'all? Northwest is only 12, Francois says. Holy. I thought she was older. Maddie in the chat. Francois says wheel. Maddie, you do not have any obligation to spin the wheel. Let's go, Maddie P. And folks, of course, I'm going to record the top 5 there. And at the end of the month, when we do our wheel spin, of course, we will get a winner for that. But, Maddie P, you have your decision. Robbie says, I fumbled, not enough SIG questions. Folks, everyone, go check out Mr. Robbie Bolt's page after this. Let me pull it up real quick. The guy is a legend. You're in a chat room with a legend right now. This is the man himself. Bam! Everyone, give Robbie a shout out. What's her big decision? Maddie, do you want your sweet cash, or do you want to make me spin the wheel? But everyone, go check out Robbie Bolt. Whoa, me! This he found us. I made a reaction to his world record run. Right here. 2 million views this guy has. He's up to 12,003 subscribers. Or 12,300 subscribers. But Maddie, do you want your sweet cash, or do you want to make me spin that wheel? Do not feel obligated to spin the wheel. If you want your sweet cash, you take your sweet cash. Cash for me this week. Broke college student. 12 subscribers. All right, so yeah, I will get that. I know your payment details. Obviously, you being a former champ and everything. Next time, I'll make you spin the wheel, though. But yeah, folks, this week, okay, the hair is going to be dyed. We are dyeing the hair, okay? I am paying up on that. And here, okay, that's going to be paid up. Then the only thing I still owe is doing the stand-up. And we will do it, all right? I'm still working on it. Wait, is that the only thing I owe? I think I'm about paid up. Is that right? Anybody? Any of the people watching in here? Also, big time mod in chat. I think that's the only thing I owe left is the stand-up. Bailey says, what color? Are you cutting your hair with the dye job? No, it's still going to be... Because, folks, I said at 1,000 subscribers is when we're going to shave it. Oh, yes. And then Scotty Piff says, I owe Cassol her win. Which I got to figure out something cool. Like I said, we could do money. But I feel like it should be something, I don't know, more cooler than just money. Because then you're in like, I don't know, you win the wheel spin. Money's cool and all, but it should be something cooler. We could personalize it. Robbie's headed out, y'all. Say peace out, Robbie. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Yeah, so, oh, what color? Oh, no, the allegations. Don't worry, those allegations are going to be changed soon. Except they're going to be updated again. Also, I had a bunch of streams planned for last week, but I got caught up doing a bunch of different things, trying to get ready for the landscaping season. Y'all, it's landscaping time. Mowing season's ready. Also, can I tell y'all some good news? Can I break some good news to y'all? We're getting a new walker this year. I don't know if that means anything to you. But finally, I got my credit good enough where we got approved to get a brand new walker. For anybody who doesn't know, let's pull a walker up real quick. But also, don't worry, we're probably going to end here pretty quick after I tell you about my sick walker that we're getting. Walker, not a walker, mower. I'm finally a grown-up, y'all. They're giving me access to loans. 283 subscribers, holy. But we're getting ourselves a brand new walker. Maddie throwing the heart out. Walkers are sick. A UF-style trivia belt, Sean says. Holy. But folks, a brand new walker is $23,000. Can you believe that? But hey, it makes itself back soon. That thing's a hog, Andy J says. So I have a walker right now, but it's pretty old and a little bit beat. So that's gonna be the backup. Then I'll have the Skag and the walker, and the brand new walker. But I do need to make a trivia, like a boxing or UFC belt for trivia. And then we'll do it by like wins. Whoever gets the most wins in a certain amount of time will win the belt. That's how we'll do that. Oh, but wait, where was it? Bailey. I never answered Bailey. Bailey, for color. Do you all want to know the color, or should it be a surprise? Because I'm doing a color that we can dye another one later on. If you're worried. I don't know if you're going to like it or not. But should I reveal the color before we go? Or do you guys want to wait and see? Surprise, Francois says. My song started halfway through. All right, I'll leave it as a surprise. But what I was also saying, holy shit, that's loud. Yeah, shocking surprise. I actually have a good way to reveal it next week for live for the stream. So here's the thing. I meant to stream last week. I wanted to try out that new burger that they made, that McDonald's just made. Is it bleached blonde? You have to wait and come back next week and find out. But yeah, I think I'm going live tomorrow. I know I said this last week, but I got caught up doing other schmutz. But we're going to be trying out the big arch, they call it. And also the new Spring Edition. What's it called? Spring Edition Red Bull. And then, but after I dye the hair, I'm going to wait till next week to go live. But thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for everybody who stopped by, everybody who subscribed, everyone who is subscribed, everybody who liked. You guys gave me 20 likes on this. And Maddie, I'll hit you up. I know how to get you paid. Francois giving that shreds, and everybody else better give me a shred before you go too, everyone. Shred it out. Shred me up before you go. Like I say, I am so thankful to you guys for real. I don't want to sound too corny, but you all are the best. Thank you so much for stopping by. And look out for next week. We're going to have some new hair. Have a great week, everybody.